Hello, everyone, and welcome to this season's final round of the Fuel Premier Series presented by FRN, or Fuel Racing Network. My name is Matt Owens, and I will be your commentator and producer this evening for the final race number 10 of 10, the final round of this season. It is a beautiful and sunny day here in Homestead, Miami, with an air temperature of 82 degrees. So, man, it's beautiful out here in Miami. We've got 90 laps scheduled for this evening's race. Per usual for this season, we've got unlimited tire sets and 75% fuel. On some of the bigger tracks, it looked like we've had 2 fuel stops. So we may have 2 this evening as well. Oh, as we had a major wreck there off of 4. Well, real quick before we really jump into it, guys, I apologize. I am currently recovering from norovirus, so I may have to go away for a minute. I will leave the race up, but if any of you guys have had that, you understand. I'm about 90%. I should be fine. I don't foresee anything happening. I've been fine all day today. I've been able to keep some food down, but just in case. But thank you guys for joining us. Last week, we were at North Wilkesboro, where the number 69 of Zach Passon got the job done. And, well, found himself in the lead of the championship after that race, given the bonus points and everything that had paid out. So, your new points leader, going into the final race of the season, this right here, the number 69 Coors Light Chevrolet, that's Zach Passon there. But speaking of points, we've only got 2 other people really within a stone's throw of the championship lead. So Zach's main rival for this evening is going to be the 39 of Zach Henry. Zach Passon sitting at 1,215 points. And Zach Henry only 11 points back at 1,204. The only other person that is in shouting distance at all is the 75 of Mitchell Welker, who seemingly missed last week's race. I'm not sure exactly why, but he's still got a shot if the other 2 guys wreck out or don't have a very good night. So these are the 3 we will be keeping an eye on all night. The 75, the 69, and the 39. But speaking of points, the point style we're using for this season and have used all year is the old Winston Cup formula. So that'll be pole, leading a lap, leading most laps, all giving you 5 bonus points. All the rest of the points are determined based on your finishing position. Checking on Chad Simpson. Chad wasn't around last week, or maybe he missed the week before that. I don't know. I know he missed a couple races. Chad is here tonight. Zach Buchanan also in the 40 Dunder Mifflin Toyota Camry. And our winner from a few weeks back, Jared Wakefield, back from his trip to Indianapolis for the Indy 500. Welcome back, Jared. Jared Dixon as well, also making a start tonight. Sarah Tessum looking for some better luck over her season, winning a really strong finish to the end of the season. We also have Kaylee Lee making their first start since very early on in the season. Welcome back, Kaylee. Rob Kubat sitting in the pit road real quick in that number 38 Stacker 2 machine. The number 52 of Gary Wright. I haven't seen much of Gary this season. If you've been around Gary, I apologize for not remembering. Love the car, though. Love the scheme. Ryan Kish also out here tonight. Kyten Bommersbach making a start as well. We've got 18 people in the field. We still have 5 minutes left until qualifying starts. So, decent field. I really expect an awesome race tonight here. We at Miami Speedway, a lot of guys have been ripping the wall this week. I've been seeing a lot of pictures. There's been some practice this week, so Reisenbaker posted some pictures of his practice. Seems it's been going well. Been riding the wall all week. I love to see it. Currently, the fastest lap on the track, this number 77, with a 32.457 on his 37th lap of practice. Right behind him, the number 08, Christian Kendall, who started showing up about halfway through the season and has had a really strong run. A handful of third-place finishes and a second, I believe. So definitely somebody to keep your eye on in this race. I couldn't forget to bring Will into the equation. Will is always a wild card. He loves this track. He's going to be all up on the wall tonight. I have a feeling he'll be into it a couple times. See what kind of lines Mitch Welker is running. Excuse me. Looks like he just put in a new fastest lap that put him in 5th. Got a couple other people that have disconnected that I wanted to spotlight, but they disconnected before I could get them. So I like that nice overhead shot we've got. Why don't we go on board here with Jared? Yeah, I love this gyro cam. It really gives you guys an awesome angle of really what the banking looks like. It can be really deceiving from above or from like the TV camera perspective, but this gives a great look as Jared just gets into the wall there. So this track is one of a few on the service and in the NASCAR rotation that has progressive banking. If you don't know what that is, it means the banking angle goes up as you go towards the walls. So there's the lowest percentage of banking all the way to the bottom, which that is why it allows the top line really to be in control of the race once you get to the longer runs here. I don't know exactly how this car will run late in the race because I haven't seen it here at this track, but given my experience of watching this track for many years and driving it as well, I would say watch for the top to come in halfway through the run and really just sustain it. It's going to get harder and harder to pass until you start seeing guys make mistakes. But that is when it gets interesting, because then you got guys doing slide jobs, you got guys getting into the wall, getting loose. It's going to be a blast tonight. You really hear the throttle modulation there that Jared has to put into the car as well to get it to rotate. Was able to make some time there on the bottom. It's going to be really interesting based on where these guys want to run themselves, because a lot of guys have preferences whether they run bottom to top, things like that. So this is a track that will really force you to make that decision. Hang on to her. I kept it mostly out of the wall. All right. All right, guys, we only got about 20 seconds of practice left, so no real need to take a break here. We will, let's see who I want to ride on board with for qualifying. Who do we want to jinx? We're not going to ride on with any of the three that are competing for the championship, so let's, we're going to go on board with Chad Simpson when he takes his qualifying lap. No pressure, Chad. All right, a few others have already actually gone out, so we will start with, we'll watch Zach Buchanan. We'll get a view on, nope, he's also not going yet. Let's go on board with Ryzen Baker, maybe? There we go. Now it's good. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Ryzen definitely not happy with the corner he got there, so he's gonna probably tow it and start it again. Yep. All right. Well, we'll get it from the beginning here. We'll ride on board with Ryzen and see his qualifying laps. Turning the wheel a lot to try to get some heat into the tires there. Wasn't able to get the lap he wanted again, so we'll ride along with somebody else. We'll go ride with Zach Buchanan. He's already put one lap in. He is finishing his second right now. And boom. Where does that put him? Third place. Nice. Oh, that was his first lap. Sorry, that was his first lap with a 32.8. I apologize. So he's on his second lap. He actually took the inside line there. See what he does in turns 3 and 4. Much shallower entry than Ryzen was trying there. We'll let the car drift up just a little bit. Oh, man. Excellent job, Zach. Not keeping it just off the wall. Let's see what he's able to come out with. Almost exactly the same time. Got to refresh the timing. Love that. So we've got a fair amount of people actually just keeping it on pit road, not even qualifying. Interesting. That tells me we have some people that are not very confident in their car's ability or in their ability, but they also may just want to start from the back. I don't know. Let's see who else is Ryzen out here. Yeah, here we go. All right, that first lap put Ryzen in a 12th position with a 33.173. Looks like he's trying the middle here. All the way down to the bottom in 3 and 4. See how that works out for him. He just wanted to put a time in after having to bail on those first couple attempts. Yeah, that's going to put Ryzen Baker in 12th place to start at the moment. We only have 13 people that have put a lap in. Trying to see. Yeah, that's everybody at the moment, ladies and gentlemen. So, Zach Henry getting some extra practice in. Well, we got about 50 seconds left in qualifying. So it seems like some of these guys are more than happy to just, yeah, Kyton put 2 laps in, or at least 1 lap in, and then hit the wall. He has a time, or half of a time. Interesting. But currently, the pole time is a 32.652 from the championship leader, Zach Passon, in that 69 car. Ryan Kish with the second fastest time with a 32.694 right behind him. Zach Henry currently sitting in third with a 32.7. Mitchell Welker with a 32.7, the exact same time as Zach Henry, in fourth. And Will Roberts in fifth at the moment with a 32.710. So we'll go over the whole field here in just a second. Only the front 13 cars actually put a time in. All right, ladies and gentlemen. As to not completely flub it and mess it up like I have pretty much all season, we'll go ahead and just get our grid going right now. So, your pole sitter for the evening and the championship leader, Zach Passon, that number 69 Coors Light Chevrolet sitting on the pole, and to his outside pole, Ryan Kish in that black number 42 Ford Mustang. The next row, we've got Zach Henry on the inside in that 39. I believe he's in a Chevrolet. I can't see the car right now. I think he's been in a Chevy all season. And then, yes, he is. And Mitchell Welker in the number 75 right beside him on the outside. So all three of your championship leaders inside the top four. So this should be really exciting. The next row, Will Roberts in that number 2 black Toyota Camry. And then to his outside, Christian Kendall in the 08 Sleep Token Machine. Sarah Tessum starting on the inside row in that number 70 Toyota with Jared Wakefield on her outside in the green number 72 Chevrolet. Zach Buchanan right behind them on the inside in the 40 Dunder Mifflin Toyota. Kaylee Lee making their second or third start this season in that number 19 Toyota as well. Michael Hurley in the 32 starting on the inside right behind them with Ryzen Baker on his outside. Richard Hurst in the number 3 car, and then Chad Simpson in the number 46 in the following row. That rounds out everybody. Richard Hurst was the last person to put a time in, it seems like, for qualifying. Kyton Bommersbach in the 37 after that. Evan Adams in the number 59. Jared Dixon in the 43. Rob Kubat in the 38. And to round our field out, the 52 of Gary Wright. All of those guys did not take a qualifying time. So it will be organized based off of iRating, I believe. Got some really fun cameras to use tonight. Yeah, it looks like we are late in the day, so we should have a transition race. We're going to start here at sunset and wind up, hopefully, the checkered flag at night. Should be really fun. Man, the track is blinding us at this point. But it's been a great season so far. The 69 of Zach Passon is going to be in control leading to the line. I don't know how many pace laps we have. Let's see if the pace car comes in this time. He is. All right. The number 69 of Zach Passon in control of the field, waiting for Barney. Barney gives us the green, and we are underway here for the finale, the Fuel Premier Series. Zach Passon getting away pretty well with a 39 of Zach Henry right behind him. The 42 of Ryan Kish all the way up to the top of the track to start. Oh, and he gets really loose in front of Mitchell Welker there. I think Mitchell was able to hold on to it, but we're definitely going to have a yellow, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! That was a crazy start to the race. Zach Passon, your leader. Will Roberts and Zach Henry fighting over second. Let's go see what happened. I believe that started with the 42 of Ryan Kish getting really loose on the exit there. All right, so we're going to go into it. We're going to come back about halfway through turns 1 and 2. All right, so we see the 42 here. The 75 starts to drift up just a little bit, but oh yeah, that's just a racing deal. They kind of just came together. The 75 was coming up the track to try to get a better exit, and it looked like the 42 was just coming down it a little bit. But, yeah, I think the 75 more than likely got really tight behind the 39 is probably what happened. But let's check and see how many people got damaged from that. We're right along with the 40 car here. Oh, yeah, the 08, the Sarah Tessum. Wrong place, the wrong time again. No chance to save that. Wow. Well, interesting start. All three championship leaders now sitting 1, 2, 3. Not sure, maybe, looks like. All right, so from Will Roberts back, everybody has come down to probably take fuel and go ahead and top off on fuel and get tires, I'm assuming, even though it was only one lap. Maybe they went to check their damage or something. But it looks like the championship leaders, all three of them, going to be in order. 1, 2, 3. So we're going to double up this time by, I believe, and get the green flag next time. Yeah, it looks like Sarah Tessum's still on pit road. Chad Simpson not on pit road any longer. Jared Dixon also with the damage, some damage fixed. So again, no fault of her own. Sarah Tessum probably going to be out of the race. Chad Simpson 2 laps down from fixing damage. Jared Dixon 1 lap down from fixing his damage. Everybody else still on the lead lap. 75 of Mitchell Welker with a little bit of damage to his left rear there. Shouldn't be too bad. Shouldn't really make much of a difference. But we'll have to see. All right, this time by, for our first restart, Zach Passon will be in control and has control of the field when we enter the restart zone. We'll see how early he goes here with Zach Henry on his outside. All right, he went pretty late, but still got a really decent jump on the 39 and the 75. Ryzen Baker with a really rough start, the 40 of Zach Buchanan trying to get around him. Everybody seems to have gotten away pretty cleanly here. The 69 of Zach Passon. Ooh, the 32 of Mike Hurley just into the wall. The Titan Bomber block all the way at the bottom. May have gotten loose there. Ryzen Baker already ripping the wall with the number 3 car as well. Oh, the 38 shunted there. Or the 08, sorry. Oh my gosh, what happened? Wow. Again, the exit of turn 2 strikes. Let's see what went down. Ooh, yeah. A little bit loose here from Mitchell Welker. Trying to get just a little too much, I think, of the wheel. Oh, no, they just actually, it's a little, oh, no, yeah. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, Mitchell got a little loose there, slid up into the 08. It seems like Mitchell has, did disconnect. I think so. All right, looks like the 08 and a couple other cars are going to be done for the day there. Let's go back and check. Yeah, let's check out what happened here to the 08. Locks are down, but yeah, just gets there's nothing anybody could do with that situation. The 52 and the 03, or the 3 in the wrong place at the wrong time, both completely destroyed. You hate to see that. You hate to see it. Looks like Mitchell Welker's still disconnected, so I'm guessing Mitchell Welker probably DC'd out of embarrassment. It's okay, Mitch. Things happen, man. Don't worry about it. But, well, Mitch had a chance at the championship tonight. It looks like he has conceded that at the moment. Well, we'll ride in the cockpit here with Zach Passon, our leader and championship leader. I guess Mitch is putting that on himself, both of those crashes, but I think the first one was more of a, that's just turn one kind of thing. Cold tires, you slid up a little bit. You know, it happens. But still, I mean, that was only lap 2 or 3 of that restart, so. Oh well. But everybody has doubled up again. The 69 of Zach Passon going to be in control this time as well, with the 40 of Zach Buchanan on his outside. Looks like we actually had a few takers down pit road. Kaylee Lee being the first of those, coming down now. Or coming back, sorry. Jared Dixon, Gary Wright fixing his damage. Something happened to Zach Henry. He fell back to 6th place. Okay, he also pitted. So Will Roberts and Zach Henry recently pitted as well. But Zach Henry not too far back. It's sitting in 6th place. So we've got Zach Passon, your leader, that will control us in the restart zone again. Zach Buchanan on his outside. Ryan Kish in the 42 on the inside. And the 72 of Jared Wakefield behind the 40 of Zach Buchanan. Lights out on the pace car. That Coors Light Chevrolet is going to be in control once again. It was pretty late in the box again. It worked out for him last time. It's a really good launch this time as well. But a couple lap cars trying to get around to the field there. Jared Wakefield trying that top line to see how it goes. Got somebody falling. Ryan Kish, I think he's maybe spun and now he's coming down pit lane as a recovery. Kind of might have gotten loose there. Whew, this the sun is killing us on this track. I can't see anything on the track. Got some battling here, a couple spots back between the 2 and the 72. 72 falls in line right behind Will Roberts. We get our first look at what a green flag run feels like. '69 car of Zach Passon really kind of pulling away here. 39 of Zach Henry already up to 3rd. To be honest, I don't love the angle of a lot of these camera angles. They're so close. It feels like a Fox broadcast because you can't see anything outside of the 3 cars. This isn't too bad. Ryzen Baker trying to take 5th spot away from Jared Wakefield. Not going to have enough momentum on the bottom. The 37, Titan Bommersbach there also giving the 72 Jared Wakefield a little boost down the front straightaway. Zach Buchanan not letting Zach Passon drive away from him. Still within 3/10. Actually had a better corner there as well. '39 of Zach Henry there, trying a little bit of a elevated line on the 40 car of Zach Henry, or sorry, Zach Buchanan, trying to get a run on him, and actually is able to. Might even complete the pass here into turn 1. Sorry, excuse me. There we go. I think he's going to be able to, yep, and it gets around the 40 of Zach Buchanan, the 2 of Will Roberts trying to get around the 40 as well. Maybe the tires are making a little bit of a difference here. We'll have to see. We'll have to see if the 39 of Zach Henry is able to close in on our leader. It's not a major difference, but on a track like this, it definitely can help, even 5 to 10 lap newer tires. Outside of this top 7 or 8, there's a big gap. So we get back to Jared Wakefield here in 7th, and there's a massive gap, almost 2 seconds back to Jared Dixon, where these guys are all fighting for 8th place. I think that came from Michael Hurley scraping the wall on that restart. I can't remember if that was the second restart or the most recent. I apologize. We didn't get a lot of running in to really Titan Bommersbach falling back a little bit here. Or no, actually trying to take this position from Reisenbaker, but isn't going to have the momentum to do it on the back straightaway. Jared Dixon, Michael Hurley, and Jared Wakefield all. I'm confused. Jared Dixon, Michael Hurley, and Rob Kubat. Why is it? Oh, that must be a lap car. Oh, yes, the 46 of Chad Simpson is a lap car. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry. The 32 and the 43 are battling for position. My apologies. Well, if that 46 can get his lap back, it looks like he's fixed all his damage, has some decent pace, could definitely keep up with the leaders. He is currently in position to do so, only 1 lap down. Gary Wright in the 52 with quite a bit of damage is 5 laps down. Zach Henry keeping in touch with our leader, Zach Passon. All right, now I feel like we've got a decent run here, so let's go ahead and get our our ticker on. Lap 20 of 90. Zach Passon has led all 20 laps at the moment. A little bit of shuffling here. Oh, sorry about that. That was a pass. Lap down pass, I apologize. Guess the 38 of Rob Kubat actually had to bring it down pit road for some reason. Not a ton of movement here from the front cars. I think we're all kind of holding serve here. Everybody just seeing what they have, waiting for the track to transition. We're not even a third of the way through the race yet, so. Yeah, quite a few people have disconnected as well from damage. We got Rob Kubat has disconnected, Gary Wright disconnected, Christian Kendall, Mitchell Welker, and Sarah Tesson all out of the race. Somebody keeps scraping the wall into the entrances, all the corners there. We'll go back and try to see who that is here. Nobody there, but this whole lead pack is all really staying together, all really evenly spread, all 3/10 back between all of them, really. The closest has Will Roberts and Zach Buchanan, less than a tenth, as it looks like Will's going to try to make a move here, maybe on the 40 car. No, had to let out there, let off the gas. Roberts trying to get the 40 car just a little loose. I'm not sure if he was close enough, but he actually does have some momentum here. Might have the pace to get around him here. He's going to try to slide job him. He actually moves up right here. I think Zach I think gave him that spot. Zach has 25 lap tires and Will has 17. So maybe tires starting to come into it here. Zach Henry also on the same strategy as Will Roberts. Zach Passon has 26 lap old tires. Zach Henry has started inching his way towards him. Again, just anybody that doesn't know, Zach Passon and Zach Henry are the two in the front two cars right here, the 69 and the 39. They are the only two racing for the championship now. Mitchell Welker was in a stone's throw. He was within a stone's throw in third, but he has crashed out of the race. So the battle for the championship is going to be between these two right here, the 69 Coors Light Chevrolet and the 39 of Zach Henry. Both of these guys are starting to gap third place a little bit, but not by a ton. But yeah, not much movement here in this top 7. Michael Hurley has gotten around Jared Dixon a few laps ago. Chad Simpson still grinding it out, trying to get his laps back. Definitely hoping for a yellow. But with as many cars as have crashed out in the first 2 yellows, I'm not sure I see that happening. But we'll have to see. Is Zach Henry going to have to try something here to get the lead from Zach Passon? Really, Zach Henry's only chance to win if they finish 1-2 is for the 39 car to lead the most laps. But the pole has already been given to Zach Passon, so that's going to be at the start of the race. That's a 16-point gap because of that extra 5 bonus points being paid out. Zach Passon has also led a lap. That's another 5 points. So Zach Henry, if he really wants to not see this championship slip away, needs to make a move here and try to lead the most laps and lead a lap. And then hope that Zach Passon falls a few spots back near the end of the race. So that is Zach Henry's path to victory and claiming a championship. Zach Passon, all he needs to do is finish in front of the 39. Jared Wakefield only 2/10 back here from the 37 of Kyten Bommersbach. Ooh, less than that now. Actually been a really good gain on him going into turns 3 and 4 there. Nobody really running the high line yet, it seems. I don't think we've gotten long enough in the run here, but we should see it eventually. Unless these cars just don't have enough horsepower to really make the time up there. That could also be a factor. Zach Buchanan definitely starting to fall back a little bit from Will Roberts, who has stayed in touch with these top 2 cars. Keep an eye on Will here as a wild card. Will's always okay with making that, that last second lunge. The 39 of Zach Henry trying to find something to get to the 69, getting into the wall just a little bit. Like we said, the 39 really needs to get in front of the 69. He can't let him lead the most laps here. And it's getting to the point where if he's the only other person that leads, he needs to do it quickly. As I said a few times earlier, recovering from being sick, I'm going to take a quick just announcer's break from talking for a second and wet my whistle. I'll be right back, guys. All right, I'm back sooner than I wanted because we actually have a fight here. We got a fight. Kyten Bommersbach making a move on the 72, or sorry, getting past. Oh, I can't keep track of what's happening. He's passing the 40 car of Zach Buchanan. I apologize. Jesus. Sometimes this TV static isn't the greatest camera for understanding who's making the pass and who's not. All right, the 37 of Zach Buchanan under siege from the 37 of Kyten Bommersbach, trying to make a move up into the top 4. He's got the position on him, but the 40 is going to have the momentum down the straightaway. 37 is going to have to try to hit the bottom line here, go all the way to the white line and try to. Oh, the 40 is staying right as close to him as possible to keep him from sliding up in front of him, but I don't think he's going to be able to hold on to it, as now he's going to fall into the clutches of the 72 car of Jared Wakefield. Yeah, Will Roberts has gotten around Zach Henry after that brush with the wall. He is a full second behind Zach Passon almost at 0.9 seconds. So, not what Zach needed. I know he's trying to get just everything he can from the car. Zach Buchanan making the first move onto pit road, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be our first green flag stop of the race. All right, we got right sides for sure. Let's see. I would hope he takes 4 here. Yeah, he's going to. Okay. I could see something late in the race, a 2-tire stop, but I don't know. This track might be a little too old for that. If we get a late yellow. Interesting, though. I haven't seen anyone else pull down pit road. We'll see. They haven't made a full lap yet, so. Zach Passon just on the back straightaway here. We'll see if any of these other guys start coming down pit road. Zach Buchanan currently the only lead lap car to do so. Yes, he was struggling. We could tell he was falling back a little bit. I think it was time for him to come down pit road for sure. But the total time in the top 5 is not a huge spread. It's only about 3.5 seconds. Or sorry, 4 or 5 seconds. Not sure. This gap here on the timing and scoring isn't completely accurate. I had to count that in my head. It was like, that's not 3 seconds. Oh, Zach Henry dropping off just a little bit here from Will Roberts. But those tires of Will Roberts and Zach Henry not really making a huge difference as Zach Passon's really starting to pull out now. He's at 1.4 seconds. So this is where Zach has been strong, and the 69 car has been strong all year on the long runs. That's where he got the win at, what was the race? No, New Hampshire, not North Wilkesboro, New Hampshire. He got the win last week. So he's going to try to cap the season off with a 3-peat and a championship. We'll see if he's able to do it. Yeah, Zach Henry really falling off now, almost 7/10 behind Will Roberts as well. These guys are really starting to struggle. You're going to see who is who's taking care of their tires at this point in the race and who hasn't. We are approaching halfway, so Zach Passon led every lap up until this point. If he leads to lap 46, well, he's pretty much clinched halfway, so I think he will have gotten sewn up the extra 5 bonus points. So at this point, the 39 just needs a miracle. He needs Zach Passon to wreck out and for him to win the championship. Oh! Zach Passon there, not able to bring it down pit road, so he's going to lose a ton of time here. Oh, big mistake there, but it's not. It shouldn't cost him the championship. Might not even cost him the win. So just if the 69 car at this point, just calm down. It's okay. It's fine. Just gather her back up, come down pit road next time by, and it's all good. No harm, no foul. But great call to just avoid going down pit road and avoiding the penalty. Yep, the 69 of Zach Passon coming down pit road this time by. Going to definitely get it slowed down enough. Didn't even lose his lead to Will Roberts, so really didn't lose that much time, all things considered. Zach Henry staying out on the track, trying to overcut, maybe. Zach Passon's pulling it into his pit stall right now. Would assume he's going to get 4 tires and fuel. If they're about they're just under halfway. We might. Okay, so if Will can go past halfway, he should only need 1 more stop. So we might actually have a strategy win going on here. Same with Zach Henry, although he is down pit road. I don't think he was able to save enough fuel to get to halfway. So I don't know. Will Roberts, though, might be able to stretch this stint out. Let's see. The 69 car of Zach Passon back out onto the track. He went 43 laps on his first tank of fuel with 2 yellows. It might be possible for Will to make it to the end on just 1 more stop, but it will definitely be close. The 40 car there, much newer tires, 8-lap newer tires, trying to unlap himself here. So Zach Henry actually out in front of Zach Passon here. Not sure exactly what happened there. Maybe I guess that gap in just for slowing down, but maybe Zach had a little bit of trouble. I mean, he went in Zach could have also taken 2 tires. Zach Henry could have only taken 2 tires. Let me see. No, he was in the box for, I'm not sure what happened. I'll have to ask one of them if they win or after the race. Yeah, the 69 of Zach Passon, 14.6 in his box. Zach Henry only 14.1. I'm not sure where that difference came from there. Other than slowing down, I mean, he still was much, much further ahead. And only stayed out 1 lap longer. Interesting. I don't know. We'll have to see. So far, Will trying to stretch it out. He's on lap 47 here. Yeah, it might not be possible at this point for the 39 of Zach Henry to get most laps led if he were able to get to the lead. It would be very close at this point. Seems about half the field. We've only got half the field left. A lot of people disconnecting from probably smashing the wall down, I would assume. Currently, Will Roberts is running in first. Titan Bommersbach sitting in second. The 39 of Zach Henry trying to get around him on much newer tires. Michael Hurley also staying out late, trying to run it long. Jared Dixon just now in pit lane, stretching it as far as he possibly could. So the only people now that have stayed out are the top 3 of Will Roberts, Titan Bommersbach, and Michael Hurley. Would expect all of these guys to bring it down pit road very soon. Zach Buchanan, the first person to bring it down pit road, he has 12 lap older tires than Jared Dixon, who is the newest person to pit. All right, Will Roberts here on lap 50, starting lap number 50. Coming around this time, will complete it. Currently on a stint of 42 laps. So given how many laps the leader went, I would assume here in a lap or 2, Will would be bringing it down pit road. But Zach Henry will cycle to the lead. Once everybody has pitted, he's going to unlap himself here. So if a yellow comes out, he's in a good position. Will still staying out. Titan has pitted. We've only got Will Roberts now. Michael Hurley also pitted, just bringing it down pit road now. Will is being passed by the provisional first and second place cars of Zach Henry and Zach. Oh, I apologize. Zach Buchanan is technically the provisional leader after coming in much earlier than the others, but Zach Henry and Zach Passon are right behind him and driving much faster at the moment. Their last laps were 0.2 faster. I would expect them here in just a couple laps to be right on Zach Buchanan. But currently the provisional leader after Will makes his pit stop, and he is doing that now. All right, nice solid stop there for Will. Was able to get it in the box. Did not want to ruin his strategy by missing it. All right, and Zach Passon, or sorry, Zach, there's so many Zachs. Zach Buchanan will take control of the lead, and at this point, I believe it is going to be too few laps left for Zach Henry to lead the most laps or to clinch that. So at this point, he needs to win the race and Zach Passon to DNF. And it would still be extremely close because there's only 11 cars in the field at the moment, and 2 of those cars are many laps down. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go get a through the field really quick, and then I'll give you a nice little turn it up. So, our leader at the moment, Zach Buchanan, in first due to pit strategy, and a really good one, I might say. Really good strategy, especially if the yellow comes out. He is in position to lead the race. Really needed to come down pit road as well, was struggling on older tires. Zach Buchanan started in 9th, currently up in the lead. Then in 2nd place, Zach Henry, who is charging towards Zach Buchanan, started in 3rd, currently in 2nd, needs to win the race, needs to lead a lot of laps, and needs to beat this guy, Zach Passon, who got the 5 bonus points for getting the pole, more than likely got the 5 for leading the most laps and leading a lap. So Zach Passon in a great position to bring home the championship. If someone different than the championship winner wins the race, we will interview the champion and the winner. So just stay tuned for that. So Zach Passon doing everything he needs to do to bring home a championship tonight. He can do it from exactly where he's sitting. Will Roberts, after that strategy, actually not in a terrible position. Yes, he's 7 seconds off the lead, but he's going to have much fresher tires than everyone. And even if he can't make it to the end on fuel, that is something I know Will love, is being on offense versus defense. Jared Wakefield right behind him. I don't think he's going to be able to stay behind him for long. He's got 7 lap older tires. Started in 8th, currently running in 5th though. So solid night from Jared. Same from Kyten. Started in 15th, all the way almost in the back. Currently in 6th. Only 0.2 off of Jared Wakefield. Michael Hurley started in 11th. Hit the wall early, but still looking pretty good. The car's looking good. Running in 7th. Jared Dixon with a solid night. Started in 17th. Kept it clean. I think he was part of one of those early cautions, but didn't get too much damage and was able to fix it, and he's back out here. Ryan Kish, after being involved in that first incident, coming back in a solid evening. Currently in 9th. If he gets a yellow, he'll be in position to pass some cars and hopefully make up some spots. Chad Simpson actually 2 laps down. Started in 14th, but he's currently in 10th, so he has improved on the evening. And Richard Hurst in this 3 car, making one of his first couple starts of the season. But I think I saw Richard early on. But welcome back, Richard. Thanks for making the last race. It was good seeing you tonight. Everybody else out of the race. Zach Buchanan, though, still leading. Has a 0.6 of a second advantage on Zach Henry. I'm starting to get really hungry, which is a great sign after being sick. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get a really nice little turn it up for you guys, and I'll see you on the other side. more right. We've got a battle for second place and potentially the championship, depending on how this plays out. Zach Passon trying to get the job done, trying to win the race, three-peat, and lift the trophy for the season at the end of this race. Trying to work over the 39 and his main championship rival, Zach Henry, with Zach Buchanan just trying to hold on to the win, trying to get his first win of the season as well. So Zach Buchanan, I don't think he really cares what these guys are doing behind him. He just wants to win this race. So I fully expect him to fight whoever wins this battle between these two pretty hard. Don't look now, though. Will Roberts, he was 7.5 seconds back, guys. Only 5.2 now. His gap to third is only 4.9. So he's actually made up quite a lot of time in only about 10 laps. Currently, the fastest car on the track, though, is Zach Henry. Zach Buchanan, his previous lap is a 33.567, and Zach Henry and Zach Passon both right behind him, running the exact same times while they are battling. The 69 of Zach Passon trying to get on the inside of his rival Zach. We'll see if he's able to complete the pass this time. It's going to be hard when the 39 has that toe down the back straightaway. It is starting, though. We have finally hit sunset, so the track should really start changing a lot. We'll see who it really starts to come in for. Looks like Zach Buchanan really likes it, but we have the battle of the Zachs here for the win. All three Zachs in the field currently, 1, 2, and 3. And they are not helping me at all with the names. 39 car gives the 40 of Zach Buchanan a nice shove down the straightaway, but it might have actually slowed his momentum down enough that the 69 of Zach Passon is going to be able to almost force himself in. He thought better of it. I think he had the space, but he's going to do it now. Yeah, he had the space on the back straightaway, but Zach Passon thought better of it, was thinking of his championship, didn't want to force things. But now he's back in second place, and he can challenge Zach Buchanan for the win. But Zach just wants to see Zach Buchanan wants to see these guys fight for second place so that he can get a win. So we're getting closer and closer to only 30 to go. Currently sitting at 34, so quite a ways to go. I think we also will have one more set of green flag stops for pretty much everyone, as long as Will wasn't able to save enough tires. Oh, Will got around Zach Henry. Oh, Zach Henry making his pit stop early here to try to get fresh tires and come out in front of Zach Passon and Zach Buchanan on their pit stop as Zach Passon makes a move on the number 40 car. We'll see if he's able to get it done with fresher tires. I think he should have the momentum and the fresher tires here. Buchanan has been holding on for a while. Oh, I think he's slowing down to try to make his move into the pit lane, and he does. Oh, hang on to it, Zach. Hang on to it, Zach. Oh, he's able to hang on to it. Great save. Great save. Looks like it's stalling. Oh, no. Oh, no, Zach. Oh, no. Well, Buchanan is going to call it a night there, I guess. All right. Well, Zach Passon's still out in front. The 39, though, of Zach Henry going to definitely get around him very quick. 26 lap newer tires. He needs to get around him as soon as possible and just set sail. And hopefully he can build up enough of a gap to the 69 by the time the 69 pits that he can hold on to the win. Yeah, it looks like Buchanan has parked it. That's a little disappointing. We were having a good battle. That was really fun. But again, don't look. Don't look now. Because you'll see something behind you guys Well, when I say Zach, or when I say don't look, I mean Zach. Don't look in your rearview mirror, because Will's coming. And if he can make it to the end, I don't think he has anything to worry about. Just not sure exactly how close he's going to be. We are now 30 to go here on lap number 71 of 90. Only 30 laps to go in this season. It's been a really great season. I'm glad to have been able to bring it to you guys. We had some bumps in the broadcast here and there. Had to miss a couple as well, just from family stuff. But thank you, everybody that watched and participated in racing this season. Myself and all the other admins also really appreciate each and every one of you guys that showed up throughout the season. It was a really great season. We started off with a massive number, like 57 people, I think, or 47 at Daytona. But it was a solid field throughout the entire season, so thank you guys for showing up. Zach Passon bringing it down pit road here. Will Roberts right into the lead. So we'll see what Zach here does. I would assume 4 tires and fuel. Looks like the 3 car also taking his pit stop at the moment. Yep, they got the right sides. And as soon as they drop the jack, yep, and he's gone. All right, well, we'll see where he cycles back out. He'll definitely be behind Zach Henry, but how far is the question? He is also a lap down to Will Roberts now, Zach Passon, so he's going to have to get around Will if he wants to not jeopardize himself, or, well, not have it, not be in a terrible, not get caught out with a yellow, at least, is what I'm trying to say. He is 2 spots behind Zach Henry, 6 lap newer tires. With about a 10-second gap, actually, to Zach Henry. And this time by will be 25 to go. I'm going to take my final break myself, but I will leave the screen up for you guys. I shall return in just a second. All right, ladies and gents, I'm back. Sorry about that. I apologize. Just been trying to keep up with my fluids since I've been sick, so you know how it is. So yeah, Zach Henry still quite a bit in front of. Let's actually go to stationary camera here. Yeah, you can really see how far back Zach Passon is from the 39 here. So Zach Henry might have made the right call there. I don't know if maybe Zach is just much better than the 69 at getting onto pit road, but the 69 lost a ton of time to him, both pit stops, both green flag stops. As yeah, they're all the way back here. So Zach Passon, though, very close to unlapping himself, which is something he definitely wants to do, so that he doesn't get caught out a lap down. been a pretty eventful race, actually. Started off pretty crazy. Got a few really good battles as well for position. Man, I would love to see. I don't know if Will can take it another 10 laps, but this time by, we're going to get 10 to go. I feel good. I feel the best about Will making it on fuel. Kyten has 2 less laps of fuel for sure because he went in 2 laps earlier than Will. Same with Michael Hurley. So Will, I think, probably the only one with a chance to make it. That would be pretty incredible if Will was able to pull that off. The top 4, though, have not made their second green flag stop. That is Will Roberts, Kyten Bommersbach, Michael Hurley, and Jared Dixon. So far, those are our top 4. 5th place is your provisional leader once everything cycles out, if it does, for Will. And Zach Passon in 6th, behind him about 8 seconds back. So he is catching him, but just not very quickly. 30 seconds back from the leader. So Zach is 21.7 seconds back from the leader. Jared Wakefield is right here in 7th place, 1 lap down. And everybody after that is either 2 laps down. Yep. So Chad Simpson and Ryan Kish will be fighting for position. Both are 2 laps down, 8th and 9th. So Ryan trying to get to that 46 car up there. Let's go on board with our boy Will here. Let's see if if it sounds like he's saving any fuel. Okay, yep, he's letting off quite early. Yeah, I think maybe not necessarily saving a lot of fuel, but definitely running. Just had to had to let off this loop. Honestly, I can't tell. I'm not sure if he is or not. It doesn't sound like it. Let's see compared to. I think all of these guys would probably be saving fuel. Let's see what the throttle time sounds like. 11 laps in for Zach Passon versus 33 and for Will Roberts. It may be a little closer. Yeah, Zach is driving pretty deep into the corner, using a lot more brake. Yeah, I think Will is attempting to save some fuel. He's letting off pretty early and just coasting and not using much brake. So yeah, Will is definitely trying to save here. Will it be enough, though? I don't know. Jared Dixon has made his stop. Jared did not have enough fuel. It is going to be extremely close. Will definitely is trying to save. I just saw his last lap. It's not. Yeah, Will just ran a 33.7. Zach Henry ran a 33.4. Zach Passon a 32.9. The boys are coming. They are coming. Just don't know if they'll have enough time. As Will gave up a lap to the 42 there, and has come back about half a second to Kyten Bommersbach, who's only 2 seconds back. Ooh, Will is actually, he dropped another 2/10 in that corner. Yes, Will is trying to make it. He is locked in. Oh, the 37 of Kyten, I think, just ran into the wall there. Looks like Will has committed himself. Let's see if he can do it. This time by, we'll have 3 laps left. Three to go. Lap 88 of 90. 3 to go on the season. And Kyten has actually kind of leveled off from where Will is, so also trying to save fuel now, I think. Michael 12 seconds behind Kyten. So, unless Will completely runs out of fuel, it is race. It is the top 3's race unless they run out of fuel. Zach Henry is another 20 seconds behind Michael Hurley in 3rd. and Will pitted after Kyton and Michael Hurley. So Will should have more fuel than both of them. And Michael Hurley also struggling right now to save fuel, just ran a 34 flat. But this time by, Will Roberts is going to take the white flag. All right, can Will do it? This time by, the final lap of the season. Will Roberts has taken the white flag. He has saved some fuel. Let's see if he saved enough. Turn 1, everything's looking pretty good. Turn 2, also still looking okay. He is clear. Kyton Bommersbach is 2.2 seconds back. If Will can do it, this is going to be the race. Will goes into turn 3 right here, is going to want to hug the bottom here. And he's actually pulling a gap on Kyton Bommersbach, and I believe, yes, Will Roberts going to have enough fuel to get it done. He takes the checkered flag and cements the season. An absolutely awesome strategy call from Will, Kyton, and Michael Hurley to take the top 3 spots. Fantastic from these guys. That's awesome. Zach Henry going to bring it back in 4th. But that puts Zach Passon in 5th, and that is going to clinch his championship. So if any of you drivers are listening, we'll get Will first here in just a minute. Once he's done celebrating, congrats, Will. And then we'll get Zach to round it out. So congrats to Zach Passon winning the championship with a solid season. Awesome racing tonight. That was once we got it going, it was a great race. Fantastic. All right, guys and girls, I'm going to take a quick break, and we will be back with your winner and your championship winner as well. We'll be back in just a second. Hello, everybody. We are back here, and I have your winner, Will Roberts, with us. That number 2 Duke Cannon Soap Toyota Camry. Will, what made you think that you could make it to the end?
I crunched the numbers before we took the green flag, and I knew if we got that caution at about lap 10, it was going to be pretty tight. But you could one stop it from there, and I've tried this kind of thing enough times where I had zero confidence that it was going to end up working. But you know what? I guess tonight was just my night, and it came up right tonight.
Yeah, it came up all will tonight, so congrats on that. Your second Fuel Premier Series victory as well. What's it mean to get a second win and at one of your favorite tracks here at Homestead?
You know, the competition here, it's always just been so tight and so fierce. You know, you can't make a mistake. You're going to have somebody right on top of you. And even thinking I was going to be the only one pulling that strat, I still had Kite on me that whole last run, and I knew if I slipped up, he was going to be all over me. So I mean, just facing the level of competition we got here, the wonderful drivers, it means a lot.
Yeah, that was an excellent strategy. You, Chitin, and Mike Hurley all pulled it off, actually. So great job to and awesome strat to all three of you guys. That was a great race. I love seeing some strategies pay off like that. But is there anybody you want to thank here? I know you put this season on for us. So anybody you want to thank here before we talk to this season's champion?
Absolutely. You know, I want to thank you for coming on and broadcasting the whole season. You know, I appreciate you taking your free time to do that. I want to thank the rest of the admin team, Dylan, Evan, Zach. Want to thank all the drivers that came and made this a fantastic season. I know we had our ups and downs, but I feel like overall for the fuel revival, it was a great season overall, and I'm happy that happy that we had everybody out here and we had a good season. And of course, I want to thank my wonderful wife Britt for letting me do this on my Tuesday nights and supporting this hobby of mine.
Well, it's Wednesday, but you know, on your Wednesday nights.
The holidays got me all messed up.
We know what you mean, buddy. All right, you wanna stay in the booth with me and congratulate Zach Passon on a championship?
Definitely, very well earned title for Zach.
All right, let's bring him up here. Hello, Zach Passon. Welcome, sir. I know you didn't get it done tonight, but well, you got it done on the season, so congratulations, man. How you feeling?
The emotional roller coaster kind of there. The last, I don't know, last 30 laps of that race, I was like, this. I had no idea what was actually going to happen.
Yeah, you were battling with the 39 of Zach Henry all season. Is there anything you want to say to him as he's coming up just short, but had a great season as well?
Yeah, no, he put together a really, really solid, consistent season. It took basically till the second to last race to dig ourselves out of the points lead that or points hole that he kind of put the whole series in. He was really just consistent week in, week out. Ran a great race tonight. Great whole series. Honestly, put it together from night one to now.
Yeah, Zach Passon, obviously your champion, but Zach Henry, great effort in that 39 car all season as well. Had a great start to the season. But yeah, those bonus points last week at North Wilkesboro and the week before really helped out. That gave you the advantage you needed going into tonight. And the pole, I'm sure you felt pretty good with that extra 5 bonus points getting the pole going into the race. What were you thinking going into the race? What did you need to do to get the championship?
Just stay within basically a position. I kind of figured once we had the bonus points, lap led, I knew we were going to be okay so long as we could kind of stay within a position. But I didn't know. I mean, I knew he got fastest lap early on by 200ths of a second or so, or sorry, 2,000ths of a second or so. So I'm like, okay, well, he's got 5 back on me, so we got to kind of just try and stay with him. If we can stay within a position either ahead or behind, I know we should be right there. So
yeah, awesome job, man. Great job finishing the season out strong. Congrats, Will, for winning tonight, and congratulations to Zach Passon and this number 69 Coors Light machine on hoisting the trophy to end the season, man. Congrats.
Thanks, and congrats to Will too. He ran a really good race the whole night. Put a really interesting strategy together, and it paid off for him.
Yeah, it was great. But thank you guys. I'll go ahead and let you guys be on your way so you can go and celebrate. And we'll wrap this broadcast up. So thank you guys for joining me in the booth. I'll be right back, everybody, on the broadcast, and we'll finish this up.
Thanks, Matt.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for our coverage this season of the Fuel Premier Series. Thank you guys for joining us. Let's go ahead and go over the finishing order for the race, and we'll look towards next season, of course. So, winning the race tonight, Will Roberts gets it done with an amazing strategy, followed by Kyton Barmersbach and Michael Hurley also on that strategy. Zach Henry finishing in 4th. Zach Passon, your championship winner, finishing in 5th. And due to that long green flag run, we had some weird cycling. So Jared Wakefield 1 lap down in the 72, finishing 6th. Jared Dixon in 7th. Ryan Kish in 8th. Chad Simpson finishing in 9th. And wrapping up the top 10, Zach Buchanan. Richard Hurst in the number 3 car finishing 11th. Ryzen Baker 12th. Kaylee Lee 13th. Rob Kubat 14th. Gary Wright 15th. Christian Kendall 16th. Mitchell Welker 17th. Sarah Tessum 18th. And Evan Adams 19th. So thanks everybody. Thank you everyone for joining us this season. It's been super fun. I want to thank everybody for watching. And thank you, Will, for giving me the opportunity to get some airtime for myself and to broadcast this for everybody. I think it was a really great season, and we are looking forward to next season starting around the end of June. So keep an eye on that, everybody, and we'll see you next season. Thank you, guys.